Hi everybody, Cynthia here from the Scrappy Bookworm. I did mention in a previous video when I showed you guys how I altered some of my undesirable chipboard pieces, that if anybody needed a tutorial on anything, I'd come back and show them. So as requested, I'm doing one. The previous video I showed you guys, I made these like faux glass tile. Blech, I can't speak today, I'm so sorry. Yeah, faux glass tile chipboard pieces. I made these, and I decorated the backs because I use mine as charms. So I'm going to show you how I made these. I did just make these this afternoon, and I think I'm actually going to show you how to make the cat one. And I did this one. It has a cool saying, Bwa-Ha-Ha, for Halloween. And of course, the 31st of October. I almost stamped this one backwards, so it said 13. And then I thought, well, you know, that'd be okay too, because Friday the 13th. So I'm going to show you guys quick how to do these, but I did want to let you know, I did not come up with this, you guys know that. There's tons and tons and tons of different types of tutorials out there on how to make faux glass tiles out of your chipboard, how to make those Scrabble tile pieces. There's tutorials on glittered glass technique with UT, which is your thick, ultra thick embossing powders. There's all kinds of mixed media techniques on how to alter wood and chipboard and stuff like that. So, but I'm just showing you how I do mine because it was requested. If you would like to see some different techniques, I have 3 people that I have watched previously that do some really cool techniques on how to decorate your chipboard or alter your chipboard, and I'm going to put their channels below with the names of their videos. One of them is Jennings644 Fiona, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard of her. She does something similar to what I do, but she does hers a little differently. So it's always good when you're doing things like this to learn from others, and then you can adapt your own style of the way that you want to do it. So you might want to check her out because she does them a little differently. Then there's, I wrote these down by the way, then there's another tutorial called Glittered Glass Technique Tutorial. I'm going to try to actually link it, but if I can't do it, I'm going to write the name of the video down, so when you go over to their channel you can check it out. It won't be too hard to find. It was video, I think, number 193. She uses the ultra thick UT, and is it called the Pearl X powders? She uses powders to do hers, but you have to see it. It's just absolutely gorgeous when she's done. And then there's another channel that I'm going to put below also, that she does a mixed media technique with an ultra thick black UT and stamping and powders. So yeah, you might want to check those out among the millions of others that are out there. But I'm going to show you quick today how I do mine. So let's get started because I'm just babbling here on you guys. I guess I'll show you how to do them on these too. What you want to do if you're going to use these as charms, make sure you paint your backs. I painted mine black because I'm using them for Halloween. Paint the fronts white. And then make sure, like this one, I'm going to use as a charm, and it doesn't have its hole in it yet, so just make sure you punch your holes in them too, because you don't want to forget to do that. And then once you're done with your painting and the white part's dry, you want to pick out your background stamp. Okay? Now today, because I'm doing Halloween, I'm going to use a spider web for my background. You guys can do these however you want. You can use, a lot of people use just plain script as their backgrounds. Mostly your background you want to have like a pattern just a different type of pattern, like the plaids or the, like I'm using the cobweb. Just some type of random pattern. Okay, let me clean my stamp off here in my work area. My work area is a mess, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, I'm sorry if this might be a little bit loud, but I have to speed up the process for the camera. So I'm going to use my heat tool, okay? You basically want to use your heat tool if you're going to do these quickly and dry up your ink. I use the Ranger archival ink pretty much for all my stamping. A lot of people use the stays on. I heard that works wonderful too. Okay, but you want to make sure at this point this is really dry. Your ink's really good and dry because we're going to whitewash the pattern. Okay, set that aside. And it's really simple how to whitewash. You just need a little bit of water and a little bit of white acrylic paint. And I basically just put a dab of paint on my finger, dip it in some water, and rub it on. And the reason why I use like a whitewash versus just using all white paint is because I like my background image to show a lot more. Some people prefer to just, you know, do the paint. I like to add a little bit of water because I really like the look of the background coming through more. And I'm going to set my paint aside because I won't be needing it again. Just kind of want to rub it on there until you get the look that you want. If you don't like the way it looks, like I said, with the whitewash, you can just use white paint. Just make sure when you rub it on, you still can see that background image through it. Okay, so that's what it looks like when it's done. And again, I'm sorry about the noise. I'm going to use my heat tool. I have this heat tool, had it for a while. I really like it, but it's so noisy. And I see a lot of people on their channels use the one, I guess it's from Ranger, the Tim Holtz one. It's so quiet, I love it. You don't have to listen to all this noise. So, definitely would like one of those. I'm going to put it on my wish list for the future, so you guys don't have to listen to my noisy heat tool. Okay, make sure that's good and dry. Now we're going to stamp our image. Oh, this is what it looks like when it's dry. See how you can see the background coming through it still? Okay. So this one I'm going to do the Bwa-Ha-Ha on it, I think. This is a stamp I'm using, and I don't want this bottom to show through, so I'll show you what I'm going to do. Gonna ink it up, and then all I do is take a piece of tape, and that's not long enough. Try that again. And I tape over that piece of image that I don't want to show up on the stamp. Okay? I'm gonna stamp this up for you. Okay, and then I just pull my tape off. And of course the tape's sticking to my fingers. Let me wipe up my stamp, clean it real good then later. This one I think I'm going to do the cat head. Hopefully it'll fit. This is my cat. I thought it was so cool when I got it. So I just want to get the head on there. Let's see. That turned out pretty good. stuck. There we go. Clean that up. And the round one, see if the 31st will fit on there. So let's stamp that. So basically, after you do your background image and after you whitewash it, make sure I have 3-1 instead of 13, like I almost did before. You want to stamp an image on it. Oh, it came out pretty good. Okay. Now what you want to do is, if you get like a different type of a pattern stamp, I'm going to be using this one. Just a little, has like little waves, flourishes to it. What you're going to want to do is randomly stamp all around your image. Okay. Show you how I'm going to do that. There. There. Let me wipe off part of this. Stamp in the middle here. I'm hoping you guys can see what I'm doing, but I'll definitely move it up to the camera to show you when I'm done. Yeah, that's good. I kind of like that. Okay. So I just like randomly just use like the tip of my stamp or the bottom of my pattern, and I just kind of off stamped all around the 31. And I'm going to do that to this one and the other one as well. This is all personal preference. Decorate. This is the fun part, decorating them. Stamp them how you want. There's no set, rule of how you can stamp these. You stamp them however you like. This is just how I do mine. I think that one's pretty good. And we'll finish up the Bwa-Ha-Ha. I just love, love, love me Halloween. I think it's kind of fun to make your own charms and your own embellishments whenever you can. And it saves you a lot of money. And then you can put your own, your own personal touch to it. Okay.